Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Crypto Lab. Sorry for the small delay. I had some technical problems, but all of that is solved. I hope many of you maybe hang out and are still there, as I see. For the members, I apologize for the late announcement, so they also might be in there. Lots of things happened in the crypto space, so we have lots of things to talk about. But in general, you know my view. I have been looking through the news, also through the charts all of the last week. And I must say, I don't see, especially in a Bitcoin and Ether, some type of a response that we have seen before. So I think that many people which are expecting a potential recovery, which we had before, and which happened really, really fast. I don't think they're going to happen this time. So, as my stance was for the last couple of, I will say weeks, or if you like, even months, I think we are going to go in a mini crypto winter and that we are going to spend some time consolidating. So, I'm going to stay bullish, as you know, but I'm just going to kind of wait for some signs that this consolidation in whichever form or pattern appears is gives some signal that is over, and I will get you through the forms of the consolidation you might see. Okay, so let's see some news. Not much I see today on a news desk. I usually look this through the day, and there is really not much of a news. You know everything about the China Bitcoin ban. Actually, the financial authority issued a paper where they are explicitly said that any transaction in Bitcoin from any payment system in China is forbidden, and actually mining facilities got a kind of a sideway warning that they might be shut down or let's say banned in a near-term future. So probably they give them some time to organize and to relocate their mining facilities. I have also seen many of the comments that this is like the old stuff China ban. But I don't know. I think this time are serious. As you know, China is issuing and already have experiment with their CBDC. They want to spread their digital yuan around the world, and I don't think they will like some kind of a competitor or some type of that. At least that is my view. Potentially, that's why there have been a little bit more hard on this mining and issuing again this statement regarding the payments. So most probably we will see miners delocate from the China into United States all around the world. And as you know, we also see the issues regarding green mining, and we see the issues regarding the fossil fuel consumption. Lots of talk about that regarding Elon Musk announcing what he has announced. You probably already know that. So lots of themes. We also, let's not forget, we have one event on the 1st of July, which will be actually release of the possible entry of 4,000 funds in Germany, which will be allowed to trade in cryptos from the 1st of Germany. So I think that will also be good news, but I'm a little bit concerned about the macro environment, the interest rate outlook, also the margin debt, all of that stuff, which kind of circle now already more affected ecospace of the cryptos. We definitely have some spillover from margin trading in stocks. So some of that money, it definitely comes into cryptos. We have seen with this such a huge fall on the downside that it was unwinded very quickly, basically in 2 days, 3 days. So I think that we didn't actually see some damage which will turn the trend in the opposite direction. On my charts, damage we have seen is aligned with a kind of a longer correction and then uptrend continuation. When some of these things are kind of swim into a better environment or a little bit more positive territory. Okay, so let's go and see some charts and look what is going on there. So I will switch to the chart display and let's look what is going on there. It's not this one. Let me just see my screen. Okay, guys, as you know, we are tracking one of the wave counts on the Bitcoin, which is pretty bullish. So you have already be acquainted regarding the possibilities we are looking currently. So for this time, we are going to look this as a potential higher wave 3 end. And we are going to look for maybe a longer consolidation here. Of course, some of the levels on the upside, if we cross them, this wave count will be invalid. But for now, from this support level around 30K, we didn't actually stage any significant recovery, as you can see on a smaller time frames. From the Elliott wave perspective, we only have 3 waves down. And we also are anticipating some few forms of these possible corrections. Of course, I'm going to be looking first as a triangle, which will actually keep these support levels at 30,000 pretty much firm. And then I will look, for, of course, for a move down in C, D, and E, and then a continuation on the upside. So this is one of the forms I'm going to look as long as we potentially trade sideways. On the second wave count, I have a possible WXY. This is also one of the patterns we see in the complex corrective pullbacks. So we might get 3 waves down in the ABC, which is usually named, as we say, as a first zigzag. Then this X wave is a pretty much bullish or bearish trap when you look for, depends in which trend you are. So it can be also in a triangle form or in some ABC or also a complex form. So it usually goes very high. And people usually think that potentially this low was definite and we are continuing higher, but actually this sharp X wave, which we still don't see on the upside, might suggest, if it unfolds, that we have another 3 waves down to complete this trend around, let's say 22, 20K. So one of the reasons I'm also looking this 20K is this base channel. Usually you will have a good support levels around the 38% retracement with the longer consolidation. And why we say a longer consolidation? We say because the wave 2, we are looking of this potential orange wave 3 has been consuming some time. So we kind of look some at least similarity. So 618 is the first ratio, so it will be September 26. Equality is around January, and 1618 is June 2022. So I will be just looking how the pattern is developing, and I will also look this time relation between the time spent in the wave 2, trying potentially to see where this correction might finish. Okay, so in general, the X wave also might take some time, depends on the nature. They might be also quick, but if we look something like this, this fourth wave will find some support around 22, let's say 24K, 38% is a usual level we look for the retracement of the wave 4, and we measure that as we put our FIB tool from the wave 2 to the high of the wave 3, and we get retracement levels. But here in a multi-wave, which is a great software, we are doing that by just clicking, and this is very handy because you don't have to spend time to take the retracement ratios. I mean, we can do that as well just to show you the process, but in general, we are also using this nice shortcut. So as you can see, you get some fib levels which you can kind of scroll up and down, and this is a retracement levels where usually we look for some equality or a fib cluster. When the triangle is in place, usually you will have a 23%, so this 30K will be support. When you have something more complex, then you seek the high of the wave E, and then you actually put Y versus W, and you ask for equality, because like that you will get some fib cluster, which is kind of enforcing of these support zones. Okay, so for now I'm gonna stay neutral. I'm not still gonna trade anything on a Bitcoin with our members because the visibility is low. Either we are in a beginning stage of some corrections that I'm suggesting and I'm tracking. I don't think, as I said, that 1 trillion will be back so soon in the market, looking where is the stock market, possible announcements from a little bit of tapering or a small rate increase. Some of the banks like Central Bank of New Zealand already announced yesterday a possible rate hike in mid-2022. So we might be in a little bit more kind of inflationary supply bottleneck environment for a next year, but eventually I think economy will balance itself and that will be just transitory. But in this time, I mean, inflation craze can get some hold of investors, and they might dump some stocks, or as we saw already on the growth sectors. So that might reflect even further with the outflows from the cryptos, but I think that will just be temporary. Okay, so that's a kind of a mix of a macro view and a technical view. So this will be my key levels which I will look while observing how this correction actually will unfold, and how we will see this either sideways or more directional complex correction is actually going on. Okay, so I also have a horror scenario. A horror scenario is the scenario that members are actually looking for a little bit of more pullback. So let me just find this one. And this horror scenario calls for a little bit lower levels, which are not so insignificant. So, okay, this is the so-called horror scenario, okay? And we discussed that yesterday. This is a little bit a larger time frame. So, under this consolidation, which can be depicted also as a triangle, as you know, on the first one, I have this as a first wave and an ABC, and this is a third wave. If we also kind of just looking at the different scenarios and we play with it, we can put this to be, let's say, a triangle wave count. Okay, so there is an A, up in B, C, D, and E. I usually don't like such a small E wave. But in general, there is nothing wrong with it from the Elliott wave perspective. So from this E wave, we can count clearly, as you can see, without any problems, two very kind of distinct corrections with an impulsive move. So it's clearly a five-wave move reaching some levels on the upside. So what if we get a full five-wave down from this high? Not a three-wave, but a five-wave. That I mean will tell us that most probably we will be in something more possibly dangerous to the downside. So as long as we trade below these levels here, which is usually according to the rules, wave count invalidations, if you don't have a leading diagonal, I think that this, if as long as we stay in this sideway, and there is a danger, we might even from this consolidation go further lower, 25K, 20K, and that will be a very kind of a telling thing, because it will tell us that potentially this wave 3 already finished. There is a 5 waves down. We're going to do some pullback in a B wave, and then we're going to do another move down close to 10, 12, 15K on a Bitcoin, and then we're going to reverse and start to go higher. Okay, if you look also from this perspective, there is also a nice trend line. If you look this trend here exactly at around, let's say from 14 or 10 to 15K, and there is also this very nice 200 moving average, but this is on weekly. So if you noticed on weekly, we already kind of held very nicely here. So if this one starts to move a little bit towards these levels there, we definitely might be also seeing an ABC. So the crucial thing for that will be this 5 waves down, okay, 5 waves down, and then we're going to look for a pullback. So this is a horror scenario, as we called it in our member group, okay. And for now, we are still observing, okay. But we have several scenarios which we are looking on this weekly. We go to daily, as you know. We are trading around 200 moving average, day moving average here, okay, which now may act as a resistance instead of the support, which has been towards this all of the other trends on the upside. Okay, so also one of the things that we noticed is this P Bitcoin indicator top. Okay, so I also noticed that, and I think I told you that the last time, or presented, not told you, that's too direct, sorry, just presented. We had a cross here. I don't think the falls will be so of that magnitude. So every time we had the cross of this P cycle, except here, 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 and here, we had either only once a very small and then a very bigger corrections when this cross happened. So this is also one of the telling sign, macro environment, as I said, what happened with the miners. So we already have a couple of components to justify this cross also technically. So what I will say, I will just say, be aware. I don't think recovery will be so good. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to see a price action to confirm me. I don't want to speculate on that. If we hold this level on a Bitcoin and start even going a little bit more on the downside, then I will be pretty much looking for another move down to this 10 to 15,000 levels in this possible corrective pullback towards this, as my members call it, horror scenario. Okay, so let's look some other charts. I see the guys are asking for Ether. What else, guys? What is the time fib on your wave 4 pennant? Time fib on what? You mean on this one? Versus 4? Let me see. Well, it's in line. It's between 2618 and 200. From the previous wave 2, which is, I don't know, something is wrong with this scale. I cannot contain it on the log scale to present you all the chart. I have to contact our friends at MotiveWave today just to correct this, but this is the most great software that exists out there especially for the Elliott Wave guys. It's incredible. So I need to just maybe something regarding scaling in the inside, but nevertheless, it's in line. It's okay. When you measure the wave 2, which was the previous wave 2, and when you measure this one, it's still within the normal kind of boundaries. Okay. Let's okay. Let's look a little bit of Ether. I would like potentially to see Ether on a little bit smaller scale. It is the same stuff as a Bitcoin. These two guys has been correlated relatively nicely. Okay, so from the Ether point of view, I've been very vocal regarding Ether. I even said that my outlook, because we were long on a Bitcoin on a small triangle push lower here, as I said, it's natural for me to follow the trend, but my stop was very small, so no big deal in that. I was really thinking and worrying being here in a possible triangle long Bitcoin when I looked Ether, and I said that I think even here and definitely with my members, I'm a bit worried because I've seen Ether reaching some very, very nice fib ratios up there. Okay, so from the Elliott wave perspective, when you have a 5 waves up and 3 waves down, you want to project some ratios on the upside to get a possible wave 3 target. And we talked about that many times here. So this move on the upside in Ether reached several fib ratios from higher and lesser degrees and formed a very big fib cluster there, especially this higher degree 2618 for the projection of the third wave. So as you can see here, we exactly came almost into the point there. If you kind of enhance this picture, you will see that this ratio held perfectly, this cluster, and then we moved pretty much lower in that. I'm always kind of a how people can expect something to go indefinitely higher. I mean, this one has done almost from these lows 5,000% on the upside, guys. So this is a 5,000% move without any significant correction. So I don't know. I mean, Fed is not behind the cryptos. It cannot give additional bank reserves to lend out to hedge funds to continue buying that indefinitely. So crypto market is just kind of a side market for now. So how can you expect this one to continue indefinitely higher? I'm always baffled when I see some people expectations. So this fib ratio might also kind of suggest we are in this fourth wave triangle or a same complex correction. We have reached a not so deep correction here, but what I'm worried there, I'm going to show you also something that we looked in the Bitcoin dominance chart. So be careful on this one. We have been counting a possible pullback in a Bitcoin in a fourth wave, which actually happened on a crypto dump because altcoins fell much more rapid. And we had a nice 3 waves on the upside. Potentially this correction is over. Maybe there will be a little bit more upside in alts, but beware. If we are here finishing this 5 wave sequence, which obviously we are going to very soon, be aware that the Bitcoin might start pushing on the upside, and that's usually doesn't mean a good thing for alts. Okay, so just be cognizant of that. I'm not saying I'm just saying looking at this potential flat and these levels, I might be a little bit worried regarding of the continuation of the alts on the upside. I will say a little bit more upside, but then we might be faced with a pretty relatively strong potential move down, which is actually in line with our wave counts, which I will show. Okay. So let me go back on Ether, which is, of course, in my opinion, it's not altcoin, it's a project by itself, but unfortunately, we use this expression as cryptocurrency, which doesn't have any meaning except for the Bitcoin and altcoins, which is far old-fashioned, and I think we should kick out these two expressions. They don't have any meanings whatsoever. So Let me just show you this Ether on the smaller time frame. So Ether is also potentially in a 5-wave move or in a 3-wave move, and we are doing some type of a flat now. So it can be a 5-wave move and we are in some type of a B wave. So this will be A wave, up in B wave and down in C wave, which will be a first leg of a triangle. So the visibility is still not clear, but I will say after this 5-wave move, which we invalidated the previous wave, which is a clear sign this will not be a 1-wave recovery. So even if this goes shorter that I'm looking, this is going to be either ABC or some other form of a correction. So I don't think this is all of a corrective pullback. It's really too small. Even if you want to look for a pullback here in a second wave, this one will be very small. I will expect even more. So I'm not looking for a new highs. I'm just going to look for some type of levels where potentially with the confirmation I might even short it on the downside with the small stops, of course. So I have to support my thesis if I have that overall on the complete crypto space. So the support level is at 1,435. We reached the previous levels here, 1,600, 700 on a drop. But my buying level, if I'm right on that one, will be around 38%, which is close to 1,000. And if we are in a triangle between 1,200 to 1,400, okay? So I'm still going to stay bullish on Ether. I just think this is just a relatively kind of an intermediate pause where we are going to spend some time and then we are going to continue higher. So I'm staying bullish. I'm just kind of looking for a small break in this huge advance on the upside. Any questions regarding regarding Ether or Bitcoin, guys? Projection on, yeah, I'm still holding for trading this until I have a visibility. So in Ether, if this is also a flat 335, it will be around this level. So I want this 786 to be intact, which is around 3,500. This is the first resistance levels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we might be close to some type of a potential C wave to the downside. So I'm still watching because I don't see anyhow any point in intraday trading in cryptos. That's complete madness. I think everybody who thinks will make a consistent money in a daily trading is on a wrong foot. Okay. So yeah, doing nothing there, still waiting, still looking. New section which we plan to introduce, just to inform you, will be probably called a weekly day or a weekly trade with Alex, something like that, where we're gonna put in front one of the trades on any of the cryptocurrencies per week. Maybe later, if there is an interest there, we can do it even every day or every second day. So we will see that. So that's just a small announcement. And guys, we will have a Bitcoin Follow webinar next Thursday. I will let you know. You can find on my Twitter feed information about that. It will be a kind of a roundup webinar for 1.5 hours where we are going to discuss all of this fundamental and macro stuff, interest rates in a line of the Bitcoin, who is actually buying Bitcoin this time from 2018, what are the structure of buyers, funds, and what we see in the future. So it will be mainly Bitcoin and Ether discussion, and also we will look some of the alts, but it will be a kind of a condensed webinar for 1.5 or even 2 hours. We will know. We don't know how much we will go. Why not ABC where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I don't understand the question. Are you asking me why not this to be ABC? Because I can count 5 waves. Even if it is an ABC and this is a flat, I don't think correction is over. Okay, looking all of this. So what I mean, why not an ABC? Usually when you don't put an ABC, you can count 5 waves down. It's simple as that. Okay, so let's go and let's see some of the alts and what's going on there on the altcoin side. Nope, this is not it. Okay. Yeah, my favorite, I have a couple of ones which are favorites. Cardano or ADA is a, I think, very nice project. So I'm very keen to catch this fourth wave on the downside and have some exposure on Cardano. As you can see, I mean, the best we can do is use the standard measurements. And the standard measurements are saying to us, if we kind of use the wave count, that we reached some type of a projections which might be a high of the wave 3, and we are also going to fall into some type of a triangle in a wave 4. So far, Cardano on a smaller time frame has a clear 3 waves down. Okay, I will not classify this as a 5-wave move, and then recovery is also in 3 waves. It seems so. So I would like very much to see Cardano kind of hold a, a triangle trajectory for some time, and then afterwards I think we are going to see continuation higher. Okay, so let's potentially kind of look for a triangle here, and let's see how that will look. Also, don't forget B wave in triangles can go above this top. So maybe something like that we will see in Matic, which is working very nicely on the upside. Just don't forget that fact. Okay, so I'm gonna draw here, or put, as I said, a normal triangle. Okay, so let's see this one. Okay, yeah, something like this. Let's say I still don't have enough info to get the form done. Let's look at the time. Time ratio, no, this is the fib ratio. Let's look at the time ratio, which I think was there, but I erased it. It's 1618, comes around September, and the quality comes around June, July. Okay, so actually it is at July 18, 15. Okay, July 15, I think. So I'm gonna, of course, observe what is going on. You can also argue that there is some head and shoulder pattern here. You see like a left shoulder, head, a right shoulder, and that we might also be in a complex leg of the A wave, which means we're going to have a little bit more downside, and then we will start circling back into sideways price action. Triangles are very tricky in general. So as long as you see that this support is kind of a holding for now, resistance, sorry. So we are still in a range, nothing so drastic to show us that this trend will continue on the upside. Okay, so I'm still going to look for some type of a correction. Maybe it's going to finish earlier than in leading guys. I don't know. But I think this wave count has some sense to it, because sooner or later wave 4 pullback must come. Okay, let's gonna look. Some of the anchor is holding pretty nicely. Also, I'm looking here for triangle, only 3 waves down, as you can see. Pretty nice hold. we didn't see, we saw a drop, but it was not so spectacular. I mean, in a sense of invalidating some of the levels we have here. Binance Coin, yeah, Binance Coin reached a first target. I had also two targets. I was looking for the upper target, so I was surprised a little bit, caught on the, not on the wrong foot. I was bullish on Binance from here, but I was looking with this triangle on a Bitcoin and the upside 75K, a little bit more upside on a Binance coin. It didn't happen. It reached only one first 0.38 projection ratio and then collapsed on the downside. But I'm still bullish Binance coin. As you can see, nothing of these crucial levels is invalidated. I just think we are in some time of a ABC, because I think we have a clear 5 waves down from the highs. Okay, so leading diagonal in 1, up in 2, kind of a strange but still workable wave 3, pullback in a wave 4, and 5 waves down in a wave 5. So potentially this might be a pullback in some type of triangulation. You will also get some type of let's say even potential corrective pullback up to there and then a continuation. So just be aware of a possibility. That's all what I'm saying. This is my hypothesis, which is going to be the working one until I'm confirmed that I'm wrong. So I need to change it and to adjust and then take another stance and actually adjust my trading view. Not the chart package, but general trading view for a further trades. So to me it looks nice. I will be just, even if this turns out to be a 3-wave and this is a triangle, I will just accumulate for now, of course with a non-leverage basis and rigorous risk, because I think there is more upside when this crypto winter is finished. Hey Anton, can I look at GRT? Okay, VET, VeChain. Hey Oleg, what's up? Doge, yeah, we will do Dogecoin. Aave, our anthem, Dogecoin. Matic, yeah, Matic is still very nice. I like this guy, but I'm still going to look for some type of a correction. Ideally, Matic will go down to this and kiss this nice line from where we signaled a couple of weeks before in April a potential entry for the upside. So this line should be offering as a base channel, because we see here 1-2-1-2 situation, which is by the way confirmed, and that's why I'm saying people are usually very accustomed to draw 1-2 or 1-2 1-2 1-2, which is a very bullish projections. You are going to see very rare this type of subdivisions, and this one was very much confirmed by this very rapid move upside in the wave 3 of 3. So I'm looking for a pause and then a continuation of this trend toward these levels on the upside. I like project and I like Matic very much. I like the wave count. I'm just going to be patient in waiting for this consolidation, either in a triangle or I'm going to look to buy it in this zone here. Okay, so still pretty good. I like it. Okay, Aave also I like. Yeah, Aave is. I don't know. I'm still scratching my head over Aave because of this 5 waves up. Potentially also a very short but a new high end of this uptrend. So if we are in a pullback, we might have a complex pullback down to these levels, and I would love to see these levels on Aave. I mean, it will be such a good potential small build-up of a position, because this is only a 3 waves down, and we didn't see quite yet a confirmation that this is a full recovery. So I will look for an X wave. And then if I see this push to the downside, that will be a welcoming thing to see, because it will give you a kind of a hell of a possible build-up levels for the continuation higher. So probably I'm going to be cursed by crypto community wanting these levels, but I think many larger time frame investors will agree with me that they would like to see these levels on Aave for a continuation. Correlation, Oleg, correlation with DXI is not so perfect, and it's more correlation with stocks, margin, interest rates regarding Bitcoin as a store of value, and the characteristics of a store of value that it has been ascribed to it, than with the dollar index. Actually, from 2010, dollar index and Bitcoin was going up together. So I will not give so much credentials to the correlation between dollar index and Bitcoin. I think it exists, but I think it's not so. It's not so in most of the part. It's not so. Let's say I will not look that as a main correlation. I will just look at it as a side effect. Okay. Okay, we looked for Aave. Let's throw some of the other altcoins and slowly wrap this up, just to see if I forgot something. Um, no, not much. I pretty much look that stuff which I wanted to present to you today. Yeah, Andre, hi. We already look the Binance chart. Let's look for what we will choose more. Dogecoin, okay, we will look for Doge. Don't worry, don't worry. It's our anthem, so we will look for Doge. It's our kind of a talisman. No, I'm joking, of course, guys. Let's look some new coin. I think that will be interesting. Let me see how the Akash is doing. I didn't look Akash for some time. I don't think I'm getting something which I used to get when I was looking for Akash. Something is wrong here. Let me try on. Okay, it's here. Yeah, so I was looking for a pullback. It went a little bit lower, so we might be very close here, or even a WXY. So, but still, it's within the boundaries, and the RSI is moving lower. So, still looking nice. The new coin, which CI CILR. I'm just looking at the letters. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a Celer Network. Okay, I didn't look for that one. Let me just glare the chart. Well, pretty nice. As long as now we see this, it looks like a pullback. Potentially, I don't think it's done. Maybe also a triangle. 3-way move from the upside, as you can see. So for me, it's still a very kind of a nice development here. Looks still okay. So potentially either from here or a little bit more consolidation, we are going to pop probably to a new high. Okay, I think that this is the one. Okay, let's look Dogecoin. Dogecoin. Okay, Doge BTC. No, we want Doge USD. So let's look for a Doge in a USD. Let's go on a little bit higher time frame. Let's look what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so I will just clean this and try to kind of see what is the character of this. And this is a character of a third wave on the upside. Okay, so we have to kind of look this as a 1-2, and we are looking for some type of highs in a wave 3. So let's put some fib ratios and let's try to see to have some orientation where these highs, let's say usual is 1618. We crossed very nicely um, equality, which means probably the next level will be around 2.79 in the next run on the upside before we again get a larger correction, or even we might get to this one. I'm pretty much conservative, guys. I don't like this hype on cryptos. I try to be realistic and conservative, so you will never see, just as an information, don't expect any hype or a push up regarding crypto markets. I always try to give as much as I can an objective analysis. So I will be very modest, looking for a potential move. And if we go on a lesser degree, so let's go on a smaller time frame and look this move on the upside, we might also see some progression on the upside, that actually this was some type of a lesser degree third wave, and we are going to fall down, as well as in potentially Bitcoin or Ether, a little bit more. Ideally, I would like to see these levels reached, because TradingView doesn't transfer the wave counts to the smaller time frames. I will do it here because of your visibility. So my scenario will be something like this. I would like to see some fourth wave, especially on this point here, will be a sweetie, will be a kind of a bonbon on a French. So some type of a triangle pullback. We still don't have visibility, but some around there where this RSI on weekly comes pretty much down to 31. We will see some of these levels, which I think it's going to be a significant signal for a potential reversal on the upside. So in my book, I mean, this correction will be brutal for many Dogecoin holders because this is a log scale from 0.16 to 0.34. But I still think, and I'm still going to hold the view, that this is just a lesser degree fourth wave pullback in one form or the other. We will know, of course, the pattern where we see a little bit more development. On the other hand, if we break out from here and I'm wrong, look for these levels around um, pretty much 309. I mean, it's pretty much on Dogecoin, but chart is saying what it's saying. I cannot be against it. So this is the usual fib level ratio. We crossed equality, which means if we consolidate, we should reach higher levels. Is it okay, guys, for Doge? Okay, so let's look one more, and also let's look a little bit of trading analysis service. As you know, we have a member service which get a full package of our crypto coverage, where we have a very nice Discord channel with a lot of A lot of very good and very savvy members. We exchange a lot of stuff, charts. Let me see what Efren did. What is this, Efren? I have to take a new glasses. This is a scale. Okay, a scale. Akash, you look like a fourth wave. That's fine. Maybe we're gonna get a triangle. I'm just scrolling what the guys has been writing. We also discuss, put some correlations here. A so good group, I cannot tell you. And we joke a lot. Sorry about this. We also have a trading analysis. We have a cryptocurrency dashboard where you're going to find the chart room. We do a strategy videos. We do a members webinar, usually for an hour and a two, where we scroll on the wave counts through all of this actually all of these alts. So as you can see, we almost have a wave count on all of them. I think there is a wave count on all of them. I hope. On some of them I still need to do it. This is one, still looking very good, triangle, one up in two. This is a Solana. So we pretty much try to cover the best ones, which I think, but most of them are covered with the wave counts, and we discussed through them pretty much. 1 inch has actually traced out a 5-wave down, which suggests that potentially this wave up is over, and we might get corrective pullback down to 0.711. So also this is one of the signs. Potentially we might see a top here. Scale, yeah, nice wave count. Okay, let me do one more and let's wrap it up. I apologize for a small delay. I cannot promise it not happen again, but at least in the next few weeks it will not happen. I hope. Okay, so let's look Polkadot, one of the projects also I'm very happy to analyze and to be a potential holder for the longer term if I see these levels there. So 5 waves up, potentially over, very short 5th wave. I was kind of debating and looking, this is a potentially flat 5 waves down, so we are completing a potential correction here and we go on the upside. I still don't see a signs. I see just a 5-wave move lower, and it's very difficult to say if this is the end, because we had a 200 projection here, also 23% on the upside, which is not very big. So it might be not, I still don't know. I'm going to wait for a market to show me. But I will have this scenario prepared with the overall outlook that this is a 5-wave move down. We go a little bit more upside on this resistance, and if I see a move lower in 5 waves, that will definitely confirm me move lower on a smaller time frames, something like this. That will confirm me that this will be a potential kind of a nice levels for Polkadot support. And I will be like to be involved definitely in this area and to become a longer term holder or hodl, as they say, of the Polkadot. Okay guys, so that will be it for this crypto lab. So if you like to join us for our trading analysis service, you can just make a trial. So it's going to be a 14-day pass that you can look our work. If you like to become a member, you can go on a website and become a full member, and then you get also entrance in all of this stuff that we offer. So join us if you like to see our work, which is expanding more and more every day because of the crypto market. And Yeah, we're gonna continue to track our basic premise. For now, we still don't know if it is fine. I'm not taking just guys. When I say I still don't know, I'm not gonna take kind of a backup view to kind of form a backup for me. I outline, I lay down my outlook very publicly, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. Like I was wrong expecting 75K and I was stopped out. So that's a reality of trading. My job is to use my skills and juggle between different possibilities and actually try to present you the best probability of the outcome we see. So this is the game of probability. So I'm not going to back up of my view. This is my view and this is what I expect, and let's see if I was right or wrong. And this is a journey repeating every day. I'm doing the same. So with time, you also get a little bit more skill. You look a little bit more specific detail, which makes a difference, especially with Elliott Wave. So we're gonna stay to look this also, and I hope you're gonna stay with us with the Crypto Lab, and that we are going to start very soon with these weekly trades. It's going to be one setup presented to you weekly, and with members we plan to do that much more often in the future. I hope in a week this setup will be finished and that we can start actually to deliver that. So in the meantime, stay well. I will not be so optimistic, as I said, just to kind of wrap it up, for the immediate recovery. And I will be careful and, of course, tracking what is going on here with the main kind of a crypto king, which is still is a Bitcoin. So have a nice rest of the day, and see you guys next time on the Crypto Lab with Alex. Stay with us, trading analysis.